that's the one I want. Okay, I got a roll of Buffaloes, the modern Buffalo nickels. And, well, it's time to get through them and see what we can find. Yeah, okay, I found a couple of die deterioration on these. But it's an original mint roll. And these things are replete with double dies, especially on the reverse. Let's get the paper out of here gently. And then we'll get to work. Yo, you ever get this in your pocket? You get a roll of Lifesavers and you got that, the two left, but you've got, it's all the paper's gone and it's kind of warm and melted and you can't get the aluminum off. So then what? You just eat them. I can't get these off. How do I get to this? We see these kids, they're like 10, 12 years old. They do this real easy. Well, it's not so easy for us old motherfuckers. All right, there. I think we got it. Got it. Ah, see? That's what I'm talking about. Let's get that out of here. And we can turn on the camera here. All right, let's look at it. Where's my card? Oh, man, I'm not ready. I should go back to bed. Okay, there's a card. Here's a nickel. Let's see if it's in focus. There, perfect. It's going to take a little while. I'm not ready. I'm never ready for these things. There we go. I think that's probably about right. And now we work on the lighting. Because these are much brighter than pennies. So I turn the light down to just about nothing. I think I got it here. Are we there? I think we're there. All right. There, let's get to work. What you got here? It's a 2005. The whole roll is P's. And let's just take a look, see what we can find. They're uncirculated. Well, I got a bunch of the satins too. So I figured I'd put together some groups of nickels. What's that? TF, EF, PF. What letter is that? I think it's a JF. There's Tiny. Shiny Tiny. Now, Shiny Timey and Timey, are you guys related? Let's see what we got. So, I got a stick here. Connected. And now we're reconnected. Well, I'm going to take a moment to blow my nose. All right. That hasn't happened in a while. It's 4 o'clock in the morning over here where we're disconnecting. All right. Good. Stuff going on, but I already took a look at that, and this is die deterioration going on under here. So that's not going to make it any easier to look at these, but we'll look around, see what we can find. There we go. Okay. That's 5 of those. And I've had 2 that didn't have that die deterioration. So I got a couple of dies that are involved in this roll. And we'll just keep on looking. And we'll probably find some markers that'll point out exactly which die we're looking at eventually. There you go. That's your designer. DE. They were made in Delaware, I think is what it was. Is that it? This looks perfectly normal. Now, don't forget to check in and around the nose. Their center on this coin is right about here. So this is a place to check for, some extra metal in and around the nose and nostril. That's the place. I've not found one ever, but that is the place to check. Good morning, Mike. I'm trying to clean off the desk. I got about 100 rolls that came in today. I'm never going to be able to look at all of them, so, well, we'll put some out somehow, sometime, some way. Now, with these, you got such fine detail, right? And so much of it. You really have to learn and become familiar with the design before you can start to say, aha, this part is extra. Well, what about, say, this upper branch here? Is this extra? If you're not familiar with the design, it's always handy to have one at the ready to compare and say, is this the same as that other one? Or is it different somehow? I don't see anything different here. But you take a look. Sometimes you got some extra meat will be in the waves over there in the ocean. Vern here. There he is. Got to post a video. Okay, Tiny, you stay groovy. And we just keep on going. Yeah, there's not a thing wrong with these. This is a standard BU roll. This is what they look like coming out of the mint. Hard to get a perfect coin, but keep the best you can. What you got there, kind of a discoloring mine. Yeah. Now the camera is going to show every single blemish in bold detail. It's going to magnify the dark. It's going to alter the color. You got some software in there. It's going to mess with the color. That looks perfectly normal. Is that bush? Right in here. That looks about right. I don't see anything different yet. And then we got that dye deterioration on those two branches. And you can see it here pretty easily. See if I can point to that particular branch. That one has lots of dye wear on the underside, as does the next one down. Getting that to show up is a bear. There you go. You can kind of see it here. Just this thin, low relief flatness below the branches. What are you doing tonight, Vern? Let's have a look. Anything special, different, funny, odd, strange, unique? These look pretty normal. I've gone through about 1,000 of these. I got a good price on some satins a while back, so I went through those for like a week and a half. Both P and D. Not seeing anything here. These are pretty straight up. Check out the letters, see if you get any splits or extra thickness. Great place to check for splits. Out here on the outside, on the letters, and also on the numbers. Don't ever forget those. And for chips, right here under the E is a pretty popular place for chips. Have the $25 mint set, half rolls of the 2005 Bison, thinking about cracking into it. There's lots of them. 2005, you got something like 60 different double dies on the reverse. Now, about 15 of those will be on the satins. There's plenty of them to go around. How you looking here? I don't think we're going to find anything in the roll. By the time you've gone through 10% of the roll, if there's something in there, you probably found it already. By the time you've gone through 1/3 of the roll, if you haven't found anything, you can pretty much figure you're skunked. But you don't have to give up. All right, what's going on here? We got some toning on some of these rolls, giving a little extra color. I'm not a big fan of toning. I like a bright coin, be it copper, nickel, or just plain copper. What do we have here? That's that same one, dye deterioration. I'm seeing that dye deterioration on, well, 2/3 of what I've gone through so far. So I'll just look for that straight up first. If I find it, I can skip it because we don't find any double dye on these. Dye deterioration. Let's get a little mark going on it. Which way is up? And there's another one. That makes it faster. Now, if there's clips, I won't find it if I'm just looking at 1 or 2 little details and moving on. This does not exhibit that dye deterioration. Well, good. It's a different dye. But it looks pretty darn normal. I see nothing going on otherwise. I call toning rust. Well, rust is a different feature on it on the coin. Sometimes you get them on the coin, especially if it has steel involved. But if you have a rusty die, it'll leave little divots on the coin. Anything at the top of the nose? No. Yep. Rusty dies. Now the conditions at the mint have improved in the past 100 years. Right, we got central air conditioning, central heating, environmental controls. Well, it's real nice, conditions to work in. We don't get the same problems we used to 100 years ago, back before electricity was a big deal. Okay, maybe 120 years ago. But way back in the day, these buildings were subject to the weather a lot of times. Heat was easy enough. Fire up some firewood or some coal, and of course there were steam presses at the time. So you had to burn a fuel to make the steam to operate the presses, and be pretty warm in the winter. Wasn't too bad. Summertime they open the windows up. This is that second die without the wear. And we found nothing on that. But without the environmental controls, well, the dies, they make a whole bunch of them. I mean, geez, so you got 7 different coins to produce. They need hundreds of dies, thousands of dies. And sometimes these things would, rust. They develop just a little bit of rust on top. Well, they clean them up before they press them into service. There's a die chip on his nose that's pretty unremarkable. Looks like a knock. Okay, I got a flat, where'd my stick go? I got a flat spot above that bump. Looks like the bump is kind of flat too. So is that a chip, or is it some metal that's been scraped up and kind of flipped over? That's what it's looking more like now. I bet you if I touch that, it'll wiggle. What do we got? All right, I need something to get under it. How about this piece of paper? Because it looks like it's just a bit of shoved metal. Let's see if that piece of paper will do anything to it. This is a clean piece of paper. That's what this camera does. Let's try it from this angle. Now it looks like I could probably get a piece of paper under it. But I have no grace. Look at this. Look at this. There, that's the piece of paper I'm using. This is a clean piece of paper. Clean, white, not a mark on it. But if I put it under the scope, where's the scope? That piece of paper shows up. All kinds of color, all kinds of character. Is that a fingerprint? Let's find his nose again. I'm not moving that. Scope. Let's look at the loop. Yeah, that's a little scuff right across his nose, and it shoves some metal off to one side. All right, that's unremarkable otherwise. Keep moving. What you got here? Anything? We got the die deterioration. Skip that one. That one looks good. Nothing extra here. So if you haven't figured it out by now, this whole thing about hunting for die varieties, Uh, it's a labor of love. It's an endless process. It's not about how many you find in a bag. It's how many bags you go through. Right? It's not how many do you find in a roll. It's how many hundreds of rolls you go through that's going to determine your success rate. The more scuffing, the better. Well, we get scuffing over here, let me tell you. What's this one? Okay, that's the non-deterioration piece, but I got no, let's see. Let me get my loop on that real quick. Now, that's perfectly normal. What was it that caught my eye? Right up here, this little curl piece. Looks like a backwards C. That looks perfectly normal. Alrighty, look at the front. Clean nose this time. Inside and out, no hairs. There it is. Now, some folks, they want a list. Do you have a list of what to look for? Okay. Well, here's a nickel. You know what the hell it should look like. So just look for anything that is different from what it should look like. But lists are handy because they let you concentrate on a few things. And if you're getting started, it's a great way to go. Here, look, there's a die chip right here in the Liberty. This is the kind of thing that I look for and keep. All right, what the hell's my flips? What's this? That's got something in it. What's this? That's got something in it. I had a whole bunch. Here's some. There's flips. Good. That's a 2005 P Bison Chip and Liberty. Yeah, they're pretty minor. It's kind of like a booger, only smaller. Yeah, but I got a heck of a collection of die chips in every location on these nickels. There we go. Where's the box I put these in? Is that it? No, that's a different box. All right, get another box. There. That's my latest box. And we keep on going. There's another one, just like it. See that? Under the E in Liberty? I'll put that in the same flip. Oh, and while I'm at it, let's check the back. But you find these things, they're just tiny little subtle differences in the die. Tiny chip, maybe a hairline crack. The cracks I'm not too worried about. I just throw them in a couple of cups. I got sacks of them around here. But the chips, I tend to keep those in better storage, and I'll get to documenting those. Come on. Get in. Okay, get out. There it is. So I get two the same there. And we may find more of those. No, not that one. But if you look for stuff that's different, right, that's not there, or not supposed to be there, or is somehow different from the normal design, you don't really need a list. And it comes down to learning the design first, so you can tell what's different. Aha, you say, this is different. That's not like all the other nickels. This one is. This one's just like all the other nickels. But for the sake of learning, yeah, those lists, they are terrifically handy. That's a normal nickel right there. Now I got a list on my blog that's kind of handy for pennies, but it is just the tip of the iceberg, really. There's about 120 different pennies to look for. There, see that same chip in Liberty. Let's put that with the others. Yeah. CFA just put a book out. It's a nice little small volume, kind of an introductory volume, but he gets into several different series, into some currency stuff to look for. We talked about that. We got a few of those that are on the way. I ordered 5 from Amazon to put in the big show. I found 2 nickels, and their faces are smeared looking. You get a lot of dye wear on these dyes, the nickel dyes. Copper nickel's a bit harder. And these are solid alloys, so they wear, and they run these dyes until they're just ragged old things. So you get weird things going on. You get letters that are spreading out in the middle. You get orange peel surfaces. You get these chips and cracks appearing out of nowhere. That's normal. Let's look up here. That looks normal. You get these little horns on the letters. You get these little lines radiating out from the center in every direction. Where'd them tubes go ahead? I just missed some. Why can't I open it? Yeah. I think I'm going to go with the screw-on tubes, the screw tops. So I'm going to always put a wrench on that. There we go. Handy things. I like the square ones. But boy, my fingers are starting to like the screw-on tops. What you got here? Eyes good, eyes good. There's the nose, front of his face. Normal. Liberty, die chip in the E. What do we got there? This is number 4. Now I did a box of nickels, or a roll of nickels, a couple weeks ago. What the heck was that? A 2016? And we found a number of double die reverses on those. Like 14 of them. I mean, they're good for, $2 to $5 a piece, depending on the shape of the coin. But when you got 14 of them and it costs you $2 the roll, that's a nice little shot in the arm. Now I'm wiggling this around to change the light. Watch this. Watch me lose my stick. Where do they go? There it is. Okay. Let's watch this area right in between the trees, right in here. See the color of this and the shine, a little darker, a little brighter. But if I wiggle that back and forth, it's going to change the angle of the light hitting it, and it's going to make things appear out of nowhere. Right? And I'm changing the way the light works, and it's going to show different features, as I pass them by. That's all it is. I got it on a card, and I'm just giving it a gentle wiggle. There, something like this. That's about as much as I'm doing. Just a little wiggle back and forth. But it's enough to change the light. And with these scopes being so darn powerful nowadays, a little wiggle's all it's going to take. So I'm looking at, let's say I'm looking at the tail end of the third wave down. And I'm trying to see, is that normal, or is it extra metal, or is it something different? And I'm wiggling it just to see if I can change the light and show more detail. That's what all this hubbub is. So nothing on that one. Okay, Liberty is normal. Check the nose. A little smash over here. A little smash in the lip. At least he's not staring at me. 05 is normal. The P is normal. There we go. And flip her over. Might need a tube for the die chip. I got. It's okay. I got more. I pick up tubes on occasion over on eBay. All right, you can get used tubes. They've been used before. They still work. It's just going to hold a bunch of coins, right? $12 to $18 is what they go for with the shipping, and it's going to cost a guy like 18 bucks for shipping. You got dealers that have, I mean, stacks and cases and boxes stuffed up with these rolls. Let me get another nickel here. And well, rather than throw them away, I want to put it to work on eBay and try to get a couple of bucks. I get this little bit right there. I want to compare that left triangle on another specimen here and see if that's supposed to. Okay, we'll get the same bit on this one, that left triangle. All right. And so they just, you know, put them on eBay and dump them. They're going to make a couple of bucks, and that's all it is. Nothing else going on these. And you can find them. You get them by the hundred. Let me take you over there right now, because I could probably use some penny tubes. Let's see, where's the screen? Here's the screen. And we'll go to eBay. Where's eBay? There it is. Used set tubes. I'll show you what. Well, I'll show you what. What do you get? 50 round. Used, no coins. There you go, right there. 50 of them, $1, $6 shipping. Got one bid on it. Comes up in 6 days. All right. Yeah, they get stickers on them. You see what other people had in them. All right. Sometimes they're older. You want to try to get the fresher ones. I like the square ones because they don't tend to crack. Some of these older ones, they start turning yellow if they've been in if they've been under UV light for decades. So they get pretty brittle. That's what you're looking at. Some of these look okay. Some are pretty old. But what are you talking? $8 is the current bid. I'll put that on the wish list because for 50 of them, let's see, that's 16 cents a tube. That's not unreasonable at all. Here's 100. Let's see, $19.99 or best offer. You can get them for $36 for 100. Brand spanking new. Yeah, make an offer. You can probably get that for $10 plus the 11 shipping. You know, you get so darn many of these tubes sometimes. What do you do with them? Move them out the door. I bet you a $10 to $15 offer combined with the $12 shipping would probably take that. He's got 200 available. 200. What you got here? Here's 100 new tubes. $25. Brand new spanking tubes. $25, $13 for shipping. Yeah. $36. This guy wants $32 for used. He'll come down. He'll come down a long way. I bet you $20 out of pocket, maybe $22 out of pocket would take all those. What's this? Here's BCW round nickels. $33 shipped. Well, they take up a lot of space, these tubes. What are these? Pennies? Brand new pennies. Duraclears. Yup. Shiny. New. $25. 12 more for shipping. $37, 37 cents a tube. Well, if you stick with it, hunt it down, you know, check it every now and again, you'll get a pile of tubes for, you know, for nothing. Here's 100 used, 23 bucks. Buy it now, shipped. Yeah. These look okay. That's a hell of a lot better than the brand new price. 14 tubes. Okay. Then you got the small sets, and really it's hardly worth the shipping. All right, what you got here? $5 best offer, 85-cent shipping. For all of them or one? Make sure you read the darn things. Plastic penny tubs, or they will hold nickels. 3 for $5. Bye-bye. Yeah. What you got here? And you can find them. There, 300 used, 300 tubes, $32 shipping. What? 90 bucks. He wants 30 cents per. Oh, that's robbery. Okay, I guess that's all we're going to see today. Well, check it. On occasion, you can get them for, you can get them for 20 bucks for 100 shipped. Yeah, we'll get rid of you here. And come back over to that one. Where are we here? Get the used tubes by the bagful. Sometimes your local dealer will have some. Another thing, if you have just a bunch of coins and you don't have tubes, there's nothing wrong with the old paper wrapper. Seriously, that'll get you by. I got wheat pennies in wrappers, sorted by date. Get the dogs out, get rid of them, and then what? Put them in a tube, paper wrapper. Yeah, it'll get you by. Sorry about that broken comment or lighthouse. What's a better slab holder? I use. What do I use? I use these. These are Guardhouse brand unplasticized vinyl. I have them available. Where's that ad? Is that still up here? Let's see. Flip ad. And now a word from our sponsor. Look, I have 2x2 unplasticized vinyl flips. These are Guardhouse brand. I took the side of the box off. I got them thousands of times. They're stiff, right? There's no softeners in there, no PVCs in there, which will mess up your coin over time. There are softeners in some of these flips which will leach out over time. Well, they're okay for low value coins or coins that are already in some other sort of container. Right. We've got these available. I'm going to share the price with you here. Okay, for $108 shipping for 200. I can fit 200 in a first class mailer. It's $5.50 shipping by weight. Okay, for 300. I'm going to move them into these 2x9 boxes. And the price on these has gone a bit, so they're at $2 per box. So 300 flips in 3 boxes. With the shipping is $38. I can fit as many as 200. We got the echo thing again. I thought I fixed that. Okay, I honestly don't know how to make that thing work. It doesn't matter. I'm out of boxes anyway. I got flips, but no boxes. Well, I get more. But I carry those. I figure I use so darn many of them, I may as well carry them as well. Let's see. Scope. And what I make selling those flips about pays for what I use. But I use a lot of flips, let me tell you. There you go. Nothing on the fronts. We looked at the backs, set them aside. But your hobby doesn't need to cost you a fortune. You still understood? Okay. Well, you go back, turn the volume off, and you see the price. $8 a 100. That looks normal. He's got a little ding on his nose. Got a little Sandman action going on. Get some rest, TJ. Well, we got a couple of little pickers so far today, but nothing too crazy. No DDRs. I get this from a secret supplier, and I've found some DDRs before. So every time he gets some more, okay, send me some. There we go. Oh, you got to see this. What I get? What came in today? Okay, well, no, that's not going to work. Okay, we'll put that back. We'll use this one. This is what happened today. What do we got? Oh, that's the wrong camera. Let's get there. Wait for it. Let's see. Face. There's the face, because that's this camera. I use on my face. I usually hang it on the back of the screen. Okay, we got 59D nickels. Want to go through those next. 53D nickels. I don't know what that is. 2000 what? Oh, 2009s. I figured I'd put together some sets of 2009s because you need so many of them. Let's see. I found another roll of S Mint non-proof quarters. These are the 2013 Perrys. We got 64, 65. I ordered 66s and 7s. He didn't have them. Well, okay. He said he did, but I guess they went away. 64, 62s. They didn't have the 62Ds either, so he gave me a credit on those. 61D, 61, 60D, 60s. There they are. 60D small and large. And I got some 60 small dates. So now I got all four of the 60s. We got, what else over here? 59s, 59Ds. And then some other stuff over here. I don't know what that is. It was written somewhere, but we got a couple of bank wrap rolls. Yeah. Play with them. What are these? Oh, there's some more 2009s and Loomis rolls. Those, no, and a string. All right. Picked up a bunch. I cannot help myself. But I got to put together more sets of the 50 different, because those are always popular. But I get so damn picky. You know, I only get about 5 out of a BU rule that I think are good enough to work with. Okay, let's see. Screen, scope. We'll go back to this. So I got some of these, and I picked up a few more rolls. You know, as long as I'm at it. I was trying to ask about the PCGS and NGC graded coin slab binder pages. All right. I haven't worked with those. I carry the boxes. Every now and then I'll come across a fair deal on the boxes. Pick up a bunch. I don't think I have. Well, I can see 2 from here. 3. What's in them? Okay, this has some coins in them. All right. There. I like these. These are handy. But you're looking at what? The slab style holders? Because they got those out there too. They run you, $1.50 a piece. But they're beautiful. This guy's got some. Let me take you over here. Home. There we go. Get on. Okay, these things. Slab style holders. And they're 3-part. Let me get this, let me make some room here. And, check eBay if you like. Otherwise, contact, try Brooklyn Coin and Stamp Gallery. Just type in Brooklyn Coin and Stamp. There you go. You get 3 pieces. And this has I don't know what the hell that is, a burn mark or something. There it is. So you have a little divider here, so it'll separate the coin part from the top. And all you got to do is print up your own sticker. This guy he did his own superhero graded collectibles. Top brand there. Look, he probably did it for a kid, but everything this guy had was AU58. Really? And they're flexible. See that? You can get your coin in easily enough. Put on a glove. Line it up. Because, man, if you put that thing in sideways, they're going to be so disappointed in you. But you can custom design these for your own collection. All right, there. And you just kind of push it in. Ta-da! And they hold up just fine. Well, you get them with tabs, and you can get them with measured centers. Either way works. Yep, then you put them together. They're not sonically sealed like a PCGS slab would be. But it does give your items an air of professionalism. Dum-da-dum. You know, put your own name up here. Ken PV Coins. And then you put a grade on there, and now you're responsible for it. They're going to hold you to it. This guy puts these things out and they're undergraded. They're overgraded. These are shit. It comes down to, what are you paying for the coin is what it comes down to. Yeah. But when you put your name on that and move it out into the world, you're going to develop a reputation. So watch it there. You might do better to put the price and grade on a sticker. Put the slab in a bag so you don't get it all scuffed up. And then put the sticker with the price and the grade on the bag. Yeah, but you can do a lot with that. Superheroes, Wonder Woman, Superman. Yeah, I got another one I do. What the hell is that one called? Let me see if I can find that one. Let's see, is it in here? Okay, I'm not ready. I like to have this stuff at the ready. Let's try in here. Yeah. Ken, how do you slab your coins? They ask. Wow, I can't find it. Maybe it's in here. I think it's under F. There it is. There. And we go to the screen. Where's the screen? There. Ken, how do you slab your coins? I put them under the Fat Bastard Coins label. There. Nothing says unique like Fat Bastard Coins. Now, if you want to customize your collection, yeah, you can do that, man. Honestly, do anything. Do your coins. You can do anything you like with them. And find my way home. There's the scope. There. What we were talking about, by the way, originally, I think it was this nickel. There. Holders and stuff. You know, the more valuable the coin, you might want to think about upgrading the holder. All right, they got them cardboard, and they're all well and good, but I don't want staples anywhere near my coins, right? I don't want staples around a $100 coin. Okay, I like these because they're PVC safe. They contain no PVCs. I can put a little logo in there. Let's see. Where's this one? Use a printer. What you got there? Okay. So what is this? Okay, that's an S uncirculated clad quarter 2015, right? And I got my little channel. Not really a sticker because it's just printed. There it is. Ta-da! That's what I do. And they do the job. And it keeps it nice and pretty and tight. Here's Jeff Stanley. He's got something similar. This was a 5 Copex. I took it out because I had to play with it. And you got his little logo over here. Coin Blog, Coin Education. And here's a $50, right? And here's that 5 Copex. This is like a hockey puck. Seriously, you get hit with in the tooth with that, you're gonna be grinning dumb for a while. No talking about the S-Mint business strikes. The S-Mint business strikes are terrifically underreported. Here we go. What's the mintage on the Saratoga 2015 S? They're paying how much for the W's with a mintage of 2 million? These things are in the hundreds of thousands. Seriously. That's 800. Why can't you focus anytime? There, 888,380. Pretty slick. You really want to get some low mintage. Get those damn satins. I keep saying it. They get down into, below 700,000. What's the shipping for 300 a watt of them things? I've only got the one. Shipping on 300 flips, we jump to it's over a pound. 200 is a pound. So over 200, I do a padded mailer, and it's $8 shipping. But I like to put them in the boxes, but I don't have any more boxes because they don't take up any space if I put the flips in the box. So you're able to, get that extra little perk of the boxes at a good price. But I'll probably get some more. Let me make a note of it. Let's see, where's my notes? Oh, here it is, boxes. I'll just write it on my hand. But $8 will get you. I can probably ship as many as 600 flips for, for the $8 because I can pack those things full. Okay, back to work, Ken. There. But I like the flips. Every now and then one will crack. Right. Well, with the cardboard, geez, I've frigged with those for years. You ever fold them in half and they don't line up? The circles don't line up. Oh, Christ, man, you're screwed then. You get a whole package of the darn things, and you got to frig with them every single time. Then you got to frig with a stapler. Then you got to frig with a pair of pliers to flatten down the staples. Then every now and then, the stapler puts them in cockeyed, so then you got to take it out, frig with it. It's nothing but frigging with them. These, I stick the coin in, I take the coin out. Look at this. I'm done. I could take that coin out of there, take a photo, put it back in. Right? Cardboard, if I want to take this out of the cardboard, that's the end of that holder. It is disposable. It is single use. Meanwhile, I got to spend money on the cardboard. It's more shipping because they weigh a ton. I got to pay for staplers. I got to have a space for the staplers. I got to have space for the wrench. I'm putting a wrench, an eighth of an inch from a $100 coin. I don't want to do that. Okay. Coin comes out, take the picture, put coin back. It's a beautiful thing. I can customize my holder. Other people are saying, hey man, I'd like to customize my holder too. Here's what Hoogie sent today. Let me move that coin out of the way. All right, what is that? Look at this. Look at this. 1926. I didn't even look at the back yet. 1926S piece dollar. All right, here's Hoogie's Hobby Shop. There it is. That's his natural look. This is Hoogie before he shaves in the morning. He's got that 5 o'clock shadow going. He does woodwork. Really, he does beautiful woodwork. Now, he made the pen. What's that thing? So he made a pen. He makes these. And these are just beautiful pens. This is Cocobolo, which are seriously hardwood. All right, I call it my Hoogie pen. Well, because you got this, the plague of all time going on, he's been making these, which is a button pusher, so you can press a button. See, it's got a little bounce to it, a little rubbery bit there. And these are made out of acrylic, so you can sanitize them, go in, swipe your card, press a button using this instead of your finger to touch. Or if you're pressing an elevator button, you press it with that, and you can sanitize these. They're acrylic. Now he can make them out of wood, but he uses a wax to seal the wood, and repeated sanitization is going to remove the wax. And then if you're using an alcohol base, it can start to bleach out the wood. Alrighty. And then he makes these, right? So if you need to sign your name, like you do the credit card thing, it's got the bouncy end and the stylus point over here. These are what, $19.95, and this is also Cocobolo. Look, I got a matched set now. Dun-dun-dun. I get the pen and the stylus. I'm so happy. Yeah, but I won this. All right. That was last week. And just by coincidence, he happened to have a couple of pen refills. Now, I wasn't offering any pens on the show, but he just, oh, Ken, you won. Congratulations. I'm also going to throw in 2 pen refills, which are just happen to be on the desk. All right. I think he was planning ahead. 32, 8, 16, 24 is 300 flips plus $8 shipping. What's that work out to? It's like $38.17. 32. That's exactly right. Yeah. There we go. So here's his. What a great way to customize your collection. And you can print 1 or 2 sides. It don't matter. I take the coin out. I show it off. I take pictures. This is a peach. This is a gorgeous piece. Where is my button? That's not it. There it is. And so here's the S. Isn't that pretty? Look, an S. That's a peace dollar. He don't frig around, Hoogie, when he's got these silver dollars going on. Why do they call it a peace dollar? Peace. That's a little close in. There we go. That's a mushy design, I always thought, but it never wears out. You can always pick it out. There it is. That's a handsome piece. And look at the front. There it is. And I had a girl on my bus back in 7th grade, and this was her picture, I'd swear it. Except she was a real bitch. A little die cracker across the neck. 1926. Okay, there. I took the picture. Now I can put it back. Ta-da! Done. Fold it up. Put it anywhere that a 2x2 will fit. I got boxes, pocket pages. I got some acrylic holders here somewhere. I wonder if I have any on the desk. Yeah, I got some over there. I don't mess with them too much. I got them a couple years ago and they just didn't move. Any in here? Nah. Here's one. No. What's in this box? Ooh, look at all this stuff. Here's a penny in a bottle. Where'd it go? Where's the home? There it is. There's a penny. How did I get the penny into the bottle? Huh. That's one of the neat things. Exonumia. But acrylic holders are kind of a step up. Here's one on a Texas silver round. Okay, this would be an airtight. They're round, they're tight. And they come in square, which is a different brand usually. Geez, if you got a better coin, it makes sense to have a better holder for better protection. All right, and these will run you, what, 75 cents a piece? Well, geez, if you got a $100 coin, is a 75-cent investment, is that warranted? I don't think it's unreasonable at all. And you can get into something like this, which, you know, you're into the $1.25, $1.50 range. Yeah. Lots and lots of options. Okay, back to the nickels, because I still got these. Let's see if we catch up on the chat. My only issue with the polymer flips is I have had them shatter in the mail when it's below 10. 10 below? Damn it, man. I moved to Florida because of things like 10 below. I left Maine in 1999 and it was snowing. I got to Florida and have not seen snow in over 20 years. Well, actually, I went to visit my sister a few years back and I stayed there for like, 2.5 months. And then it snowed. It's 2 days before Thanksgiving, and it's snowing. I packed up my clothes. I got in my truck. I said, see you later. I had Thanksgiving with my brother in Florida. Now, I don't care for the snow much at all. I want to look at a little detail here, see if it mimics. Okay, that's a normal part of the design. There, I'm looking at this little branch right in there. Is this normal? Yeah, it's on the other one. Okay, skip that. Let's look at the fronts. Liberty's normal. What's his face going on? That's a strong chin there, TJ. Man, politics going the way it is. If Thomas Jefferson were alive today, he'd be rolling over in his grave. That's how frigged up politics is now. I don't see -10. No, I don't need. Look, I can stand the heat. 80 degrees, I'm perfectly comfortable with that. All right, we'll have 96 degrees every day for the next 5 months. And I got air conditioner, I got fans. It's wonderful. I can tolerate an 84, 85 degree house. 90, yeah, okay, I like to turn on the air conditioner. It's my only bill. That's normal. But those cold temperatures, man, I grew up in Maine, and these days, no matter what, you cannot get warm. Look at the contacts on this one. This must have been the first one out of the press and landed on the bottom of the hopper. Or this is probably the end of the roll. I bet you that's what that one was. But the cold will shut you down. There's another chip in the E. I'll set that aside. Where'd those go? I had them out. Is this a different box? Where'd they go? I had them. It's gone. What are these? Okay. Can I fit 5? I don't think I'm going to fit 5. Let's get another flip on those. There we go. Ta-da! What you got here? Normal. Not screwed up. What's this one? Normal. Normal. Get back over here. Nah, I don't care for the cold, man. Just you can't move. All you can do is just huddle on the blankets. Now down here it's nice. I don't even wear clothes. Die chip in the E. I wear t-shirts because they're loose and airy and breathe. So nice. Wear shorts, sandals, because I can slip them on, run around outside, come back in, kick them off. Outside in Florida, you don't go barefoot. Dude, there are these little things that grow. It's called fireweed. It's just this horrible, evil, devil scent weed. And you step on that with bare feet, and it's like setting your feet on fire for 8 to 12 hours. Nothing there. Well, you do the same thing up north. You don't feel your feet for 8 to 12 hours because they're frozen solid, turning black or something. Some nasty frostbite thing. You can have that. Now, give me the warm. I can grow stuff year-round out in the yard. All right. Back in Maine, I might start it in June. Bigger die chip on the E. You know, I've seen frost in June. What do you can grow stuff for 3 months, maybe 4. That's a push. And the frost comes and the snow comes. Geez, I can grow a lot of stuff in the winter here. All your cold crops, carrots, cabbages, some lettuces. If it'll take a frost, I can grow it here. And I only get 3-4 frosts a year. Is the fireweed purple? Nope, it's green. A real nice bright green. Frilly little things. You can see them coming. What if I can pull up a picture of it? I picked a piece and brought it inside one time. Fireweed. It's kind of like fire water. Let's see. Let's do the Google images. Kush? Nope, it's not Kush. Yukon indoor grass. Yellow, Alaskan. That, right there. This evil thing. Where's the screen? Here you go. This is it. This is fireweed. See these little spines on there? These little silica structures, like a hollow needle. And they get into your skin and, well, leave a hole, in effect. And you've got, 1,000 little hollow holes in the bottom of your foot from these. It looks like this. Mostly harmless, but you step on that and forget it, man. It smells like hypodermics. That's what causes the burning. Where do we go? Here's the live streaming. There's the chat. Here's the head again. All right. Well, we went through that roll, and we found, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7 die chips, and one that was, probably best spent. That ender piece. Oh, that. Yeah. Nettles. I would rather eat stinging nettles. Go, go. I would rather bend over and graze on stinging nettles than step on fireweed. That stuff is, it's a blight on the planet. What do you hate more, fireweed or mosquitoes? Definitely mosquitoes, but fireweed is bad enough. But it's avoidable. Just put on some sandals. Okay, that's what I got. And we use those up. Good. I need a sticker for that, or just write on it with a piece of, where's that tape? Here's some tape. I got a little piece of paper somewhere here. I don't know where. Here's a piece of paper. I'll just cut that. I gotta cut more paper. There. Pair of scissors, I can do anything. All right. So I'll keep these, and I'll probably eventually start doing some groups of Jeffersons in BU. This is 2005 P. Bison. There we go. Where's that tape? Dun-dun-dun. Yep. All by themselves, a BU modern nickel isn't really good for much, but if you pick out the best, I mean the best, and then put together groups, you can get, you can probably recover the $3 for the roll. Spend the rest. Yep, that's nasty stuff. We have that up here. Farmers call it cow's itch. Devil's club. It's mean. It's wicked. Yep, watch yourself. But we got scorpions, snakes, alligators, hippies, jaguars, bears, liberals. It's tough down here. But I'll take it all over the snow, man. You can keep that. All right, I'm gonna take off. That's what we're meant to do for this evening. Get through that roll of nickels by the time I took a nap. Okay, so you guys, you stay groovy. If you need more flips, here they are. And now a word from our sponsor. Look, I have 2x2 unclassified vinyl flips. These are Guardhouse brand. I took the side of the box off. I got them, thousands at a time. They're stiff, right? There's no softeners in there, no PVCs. in there which will, mess up your coin over time. There are softeners in some of these flips which will leach out over time, and well, they're okay for low value coins or coins that are already in some other sort of a container, right? But we've got these available, and I was going to share the price with you here. Okay, for $100 it's $8. It's $4 shipping. For $200, I can fit 200 in a first class mailer. It's $5.50 shipping and goes by weight. Okay, for $300, I'm going to move into these 2x2x9 boxes. And the price on these has gone up just a bit, so they're at $2 per box. So 300 flips in 3 boxes with the shipping is $38. I can fit as many as 200 in each box, so 600 flips. $45, 6 for the box, and that goes out, and that goes out in a priority mailer. You have it in a couple of days. Works out pretty well. Works out pretty well. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, guys. Back to the show. Back to the show.